60 minutes.
Fire crews brave the smoke and the flames after a woman is trapped inside her burning home.
I'll tell you, walking in there to try to find somebody took some guts.
A need for speed turns into a dramatic rescue just feet from Lake Michigan.
And gas prices the highest they've ever been this time of year. We'll show you what we found.
Plus, I'll show you how much more sunny, warm weather you can expect coming up in your first alert.
Now, CBS 58's 10 at 10 with your complete first alert weather, always in the first 10 minutes. And now, here's Mike Strelo and Riel Creighton.
A speeding car plowed through a backyard and went off a bluff.
Now, almost ending up in Lake Michigan. 10 at 10's John Coco joins us now from the newsroom. John.
Well, Riel, for the people who live in the neighborhood where this happened, the wreck was just unbelievable. One family I spoke with are lucky to be safe.
I was in my living room and I was looking out the window when I heard a large, loud crashing noise.
It was the ledge in Karen Howland's backyard that this car drove over, going airborne.
It somersaulted down this bluff. I could hear all of that and I ran from the house to go see because I was very concerned.
What I heard from people is he landed nose first and flipped over on the rocks.
Karen told me when that car came through her backyard here, it was traveling about 50 miles an hour. And when it went over the edge, it fell about 100 feet to the rocks and the water below. But as a mother, her heart was racing with her family on her mind.
So I'm very thankful because that corner of the house is where my daughter's bedroom is and where I was sitting right by the window, and it just missed me by about 10 feet.
A crowd gathered outside the intersection the car drove through, waiting for the tow trucks to pull the 1989 Buick LeSabre out.
When we got here, fire trucks, the ambulances, they had Flight for Life coming in. He was circling.
That Flight for Life eventually took the driver to Freighted Hospital in Milwaukee. Police say he suffered significant injuries and that alcohol may have been a factor here.
It's crazy.
Police also told us the driver had just moved back to Sheboygan and was living out of the car that went over the embankment. We don't know his condition tonight, but police said on scene he was alert and talking.
John, thank you. Elm Grove firefighters battled smoke and flames to reach a woman trapped in a house fire today.
It was smoky and it was hot, and I'll tell you, walking in there to try to find somebody took some guts.
The woman called 911 around 12:30 this afternoon to report a fire inside her home on Wisconsin Avenue near Watertown Plank Road in Elm Grove. Crews were on scene within minutes, and after several failed attempts to get inside, firefighters were able to find the victim on the first floor.
Battalion chief had the presence of mind to open a door to let some air in, to clear some space, visibility down at the floor, and our captain located the woman and removed her.
The woman's condition has not yet been released. The cause of the two-alarm fire, which destroyed the home, is under investigation.
Police say they've arrested a 21-year-old man in connection with an overnight shooting outside of a Sheboygan Walmart that killed a 21-year-old man and left another in critical condition. Police say there was a confrontation outside the store and that the man shot at the two victims and two others who he did not know. Their names have not been released. Meanwhile, police say the suspect could face charges of first-degree intentional homicide and 3 counts of attempted first-degree intentional homicide. A woman is recovering tonight after being shot by her boyfriend. Police say the 36-year-old was shot inside a home near 36th and Center early Saturday morning. She was taken to the hospital and treated and released. Police arrested her 44-year-old boyfriend for the shooting. No charges have been filed yet.
Sparks on the freeway lead to the arrest of a repeat drunk driver. 44-year-old Edward Price was pulled over Friday on I-94 near Miller Park after a deputy saw sparks from a dragging muffler on his car. The sheriff's department says Price was already on parole for his 4th OWI and was driving a car without an ignition interlock that had been court-ordered. Tonight, Walworth County authorities have called off the search for a person suspected of opening fire on a hunter over the weekend. The hunter says he was wearing blaze orange yesterday morning in the Kettle Moraine Forest when a gunman in camouflage-type clothing fired at him once with a handgun, nearly hitting him. Authorities called off the search after SWAT and K-9 teams and a police helicopter came up empty following a 7-hour search.
A Milwaukee County deputy forced to deploy his taser on a defendant in court. Authorities say 20-year-old Robert Solly was in court for a probation review when he turned combative with officers Friday. A judge had ordered Solly into custody, and that's when police say he stood up and demanded his medication and then pushed against deputies and tried to grab at one of their holsters. The deputy tasered Solly twice. He now faces a charge of attempting to disarm an officer. Well, 8 teens arrested after police say they robbed a woman at gunpoint and stole 2 cars. Police say the teens are all between the ages of 12 to 16. At about 8:30 last night, police say the group robbed a woman near 61st and Lawn and then took her car. Police say they caught up with the 4 of the teens right away and then got the others near 38th and Glendale about 2 hours later.
Gas prices have never been this high in early January. AAA reports the national average of $3.36 a gallon is the highest ever for this time of year. That's 30 cents more than what we were paying on January 8th of last year. We found this BP station on 27th and Euclid on the south side selling regular unleaded for $3.69 a gallon. And coming up a little bit later on in tonight's Pump Patrol, we'll show you where to find some of the best deals in the area on gas.
New Hampshire voters head to the polls in 2 days. In back-to-back debates, the GOP hopefuls sparred with each other and tried to hammer away at frontrunner Mitt Romney's double-digit lead. CBS correspondent Danielle Nottingham has the latest from the campaign trail in New Hampshire.
A friendly crowd mobbed Mitt Romney as he headed for his campaign bus in Rochester.
Can we drop a little bit of the pious baloney?
Hours earlier, the frontrunner faced a firing squad of GOP rivals.
The fact is, you ran in '94 and lost.
While Newt Gingrich painted Romney as a failed career politician, Rick Santorum questioned his commitment to public service.
Well, if his record was so great as governor of Massachusetts, why didn't you run for re-election?
Romney quickly moved past the attacks and back to the campaign trail.
We're going to win this thing, I hope, coming down the road. I count on you.
Romney is packing campaign rallies like this one in Exeter. A daily tracking poll shows his support down 8% in the last week, but he still holds a double-digit lead over his closest competitor.
He's got the talent to pull everything together with his financing and everything, and that's one of the big reasons I'm supporting him.
Others in the crowd haven't made up their mind.
I'm trying to decide who is the best candidate to beat the current president.
Ron Paul, running in second place, continued to press his case with New Hampshire voters.
Get out there and get energized.
And John Huntsman's bet on this state may be paying off. He's now in third. Rick Perry and Rick Santorum headed south after the debates.
I still got a little blood on my sleeve from Mitt Romney after that debate.
They're courting Republicans in South Carolina who hold their primary in 2 weeks. Danielle Nottingham, CBS News, Exeter, New Hampshire.
Santorum, Perry, and Gingrich still face another uphill battle in South Carolina. Polls there show Romney leading. He's also become the target of Democrats. Inboxes across the country were filled this morning with emails bashing Romney.
What happened on Sunday morning is just really amazing. I've never seen it be that fast and that voluminous. So clearly the Obama people are taking a different tack than we're more used to in American politics.
Mordecai Lee, a political science professor at UWM, spoke with us today about the emails. He says he's never seen anything like it in his life. He says it's unclear if the Democrats are trying to build someone up or do something else, and he's not sure if it is a good strategy.
From the CBS 58 Weather Center. Now, your complete First Alert weather with Mark McGinnis.
We never make you wait for your 7-day forecast. Another mild January day around here.
Yeah, let's get right to it with Chief Meteorologist Mark McGinnis.
Yeah, Riel and Mike, we have temperatures dropping off a little bit on this Sunday evening. In fact, now down below freezing just about everywhere here in southeastern Wisconsin. In fact, looking at the map, just updating, we are below freezing. Every single location. Coldest temperature right now, Burlington, you're checking in at 23 degrees. Here in Milwaukee, we're at 29 degrees, so quite a range there, mainly in the 20s. We do have a couple 30s still on the map. West Bend, Fond du Lac, and Kenosha, all at 30 degrees. Winds, well, they're anywhere from about 5 to 10 miles an hour. That's creating wind chills as cold as 18 currently in Burlington. Our wind chill here in Milwaukee sits at 23 degrees, so it's cool out there, but it's certainly not bitter cold. As we look at the satellite here, you'll see dry air. We have cleared out, but off to our north and west, you see this cloud cover out towards Minnesota. It continues to push towards the south and to the east, and it'll get in here by early on our Monday morning. But for tonight, we'll call it fair skies. These clouds, again, will start to move in towards daybreak. A cool low, 27 degrees here in Milwaukee, and low 20s for outlying areas. In fact, Burlington's already at 23 degrees. Winds pretty light right now, but they're going to pick up as we advance towards morning. We're going to see at 9 o'clock on Monday, partly to mostly cloudy skies. So generous amount of cloud cover early in the morning. Winds about 15 miles an hour and 30 degrees. As we go through the day, though, by the noon hour, the clouds thin out and we warm up. near 40 degrees at the noon hour. Winds still gusting over 20 miles an hour. In between noon and 5, we anticipate temperatures to climb into the 40s. It will be a mild day with a lot of sunshine developing during the course of the afternoon. But overnight tonight into the morning, what we're keeping an eye on is a weak little storm system here across North Dakota. It is swinging south and east. You can already see the robust area of cloud cover over Minnesota. This rolls in for the morning, but it'll move out by the noon hour, giving us some sunshine. And with that sunshine, we're going to find some mild temperatures because it's already above average. In Bismarck, 37 degrees, 35 in Kansas City. Let's show you how that compares to normal. Above average is shown in the orange and the red, below average temperatures in the blue. What's going to happen is tomorrow, with sunshine developing in the afternoon, the big area of orange and red here across the northern plains will only expand. And we're going to see above average temperatures for your Monday. And the mild January just continues. As far as tracking the weather tonight, on First Alert Precision Forecast, again, clear out there right now as we advance towards tomorrow morning. Here comes the cloud cover, partly cloudy, at times mostly cloudy during the morning on your Monday. And then those clouds zip right on out, and that means sunshine developing during the course of the afternoon. You'll also note it will be breezy at times on your Monday. Winds will be gusting over 20 to 25 miles an hour, and it looks like it'll be clear through your Monday evening as well. Here are the forecast highs: 45, Sheboygan, Random Lake, Fond du Lac. As you head down towards Germantown, Cedarburg, highs of 46, along with Port Washington. Here in Milwaukee, 46, 45, Waukesha, 46, Racine, 47 in Kenosha. Our inland counties anticipating highs of 44 to 47 degrees. And of course, here at CBS 58, you always get your 7-day forecast before the first commercial break. Lots of mild weather on Tuesday, a high of 50 degrees. Wednesday, 46, and then we're going to see temperatures drop. Look for the wind to pick up, temperatures to fall on Thursday to 26. And we do anticipate snow showers. More cold weather Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with highs in the 20s.
Thanks, Mark. Coming up in the next 10 minutes. His crime was nothing special, so why are some calling this guy bizarre?
It's game day at one local bar, but probably not the game you're thinking of.
Plus, a former Packer saying thanks to his fans in a big way.
Those stories and more when CBS 58's 10 at 10 comes right back.